Back to the EU minor qualifiers. I was nearly about to say CIS, Alex, because I've spent about 20 hours maybe solo casting the CIS region. So finally I get a breath of fresh air. I'm into the European games, and it's Fnatic taking on Big Clan. We're on the second map. My name is Dinko. I'm going to be the host/commentator throughout the rest of this evening. We've got another best of 3 coming up later, but this one might reach its conclusion on the second map, Alex.
Yeah, does the European games feel like you're coming home, Dinko?
Well, yeah, they're definitely better. I'll be honest. I'll say that the level of Counter-Strike is obviously a lot better against some of the better teams in the world, some of the best teams in the world here with Fnatic and Big. So, yeah, it's a lot better than CIS region. It's kind of good to see some good Counter-Strike, like good top-level Counter-Strike come through. But I'm enjoying it. I think that first map, though, Big obviously are probably going to be a little bit frustrated about losing their map picks so easily to Fnatic.
Especially the fashion in which that T side went down. It was almost like Big didn't get the chance to showcase any of their tactics that we know they have, just because they were getting shut down before they could even attempt the pushes to the site. So that's really going to be frustrating, but obviously these are professional players. You would think they would be able to deal with it. They should get over it and get ready for map number 2. And again, we have no clue what to expect from Big here. I mean, you'd think that this would be a map that God B could maybe have some good calls on, but it all depends on how much they have been able to practice this one. And we know that Fnatic are pretty good on this map. They've had some decent results recently. They have been losing against a couple of teams, but it's teams like Furia who have been up and coming, Optic who are definitely a good Nuke team, and they've got some good wins under their belt. So I think it's fair to say Fnatic are favorites right now after winning their opponent's map pick, but let's see if they will be able to win their own choice as we head into Nuke.
Well, Nuke is going to be a fun one. Big on the CT side. If they get off to a good start here, Alex, it can definitely start to build up for them. It's very momentum-based on the CT side of Nuke. You can find yourself quite the solid lead. And if you're Big, you definitely want that coming into this second map. So Fnatic, Kevlar across the board. Smoke double flash and Brolin. There's a slow approach in towards ramp here from Fnatic.
Tizian forced back instantly, drops the smoke at his feet, but Fnatic don't want to move down to B. They're wrapping in towards Heaven. This is an interesting strategy here from Fnatic, moving straight on towards this site. Xantares here to stop them, here with the frags, only gets 2 kills as the bomb gets planted. Big have the man advantage for the retake.
Big indeed do, but the problem is they need to get in a couple more kills. They need to get them off the bomb site. Twist has picked up Gold B, and there goes the advantage as Crims will pull it back, holding from the back of the bomb site. Dennis gets 1 headshot, but again, it is not enough. He does not have a kit. There is one line about somewhere. He will tap yet again, trying to beat that Heaven player to come out and face him, but Dennis will wrap around the back of the bomb site. It's JW. It looked like he was running on for the knife, but he will be finished off. Dennis taps the bomb again, but the time is so far gone. It will be Fnatic taking the pistol. A nice headshot there from Dennis on the exit. But Fnatic, they recover well there, and I think that all comes off the back of Crims. Those 2 shots on the back of the bomb site pretty much seal the deal. Oh, the kick was so close as well.
I think the bomb might have moved it slightly. I didn't quite see, but he doesn't even get to save the kit, which is sad.
He just kind of looks at it.
Yeah.
Like, you should have been mine.
Ooh, what will Dennis buy here with the saved Kevlar? $2,900. Maybe he wants to save money for the AWP. Yeah, he'll just go for the UMP. And, okay, he actually rebought the helmet, if I'm not mistaken. Which means he spends $1,000 picking that one up. Took some damage on the Kevlar. So he won't have that much money available in the bank. Dennis currently playing down towards Secret. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly where the players are positioned on Nuke, but we'll try to keep track of it. Fnatic in with a couple of early smokes, and they will try to use their range advantage with their rifles over towards Yard.
And they'll send the bomb there for Fnatic. Big are going to look for the opening kill if possible, but Dennis is going to be forced away. He's going to peek up towards the top of the secret stairs, where Crims will pick him off for the SG. Dennis finished off, and it will be a man advantage here for Fnatic to play with. Just over a minute left on this clock. Fnatic have the edge as they go towards outside. They want to take the long-range fights with the better weapons they've got. They will find the kill onto Tabs, and a good flash by will prevent them from getting the kill up towards Heaven, and Xantares inside of lobby causing problems. Team pushed through all the way and killed JW. And so Fnatic, they are in the B bomb side, but Gold B slipped through control room. They have no idea he's here.
Xantares will try to draw the attention so that Gob B can close the distance. Damage done. There's the frag. Xantares wins the fight at range. Full SMGs recovered for Big, but Crims is holding solid with the SG. Push comes in. He goes down. Gob B takes advantage of that position we were talking about. And Xantares rotating over, finds another frag. Big are somehow making this work. Tizian closes out the round. And Big steal away the second round win.
Xantares makes it happen with those 3 kills. Gold B, well played to get inside of the bomb site. Coming in with a defuse with the rest of the players trying to eliminate the final Fnatic player inside of the B bomb site. And it will be Big stealing that one away. It looked as though Fnatic had done enough. They played it well. They got the early picks. They take towards outside. They get inside of the B bomb site. Big somehow pull that off, Alex. And that means they can get a buy straight away here. AWP in the hands of Dennis immediately on Nuke.
There are some rifles in play for Fnatic, though. JW and Exist have to sacrifice the armor to allow their teammates to get the rifles into their hands. We saw Crims put in some good work with the SG in the last round, but this time it will go into the hands of Roland, another player who's been willing to pick up the scoped rifle on the T side. Outside control could be dangerous. Dennis here with the AWP lands the shot, but it's through the box. So Crims a little lucky to be alive there on 20 points of health, and the nade will land right at his feet. Good trade from Roland though, brought back, and Twist gets one of his own. Dennis there to trade it out. Back to a 3-on-3, but Dennis goes so low on health, surviving on just 4 HP.
1 minute on the clock. Fnatic about to pull off another round, maybe. And they shouldn't win. Back to back, that would be nuts. One for Big, one for Fnatic, but Big want to stop that from happening. Dennis about to push through. 4 HP left on him. Playing contact, can't afford to on scope. Information will come through from his teammate. There's a player there, and that's JW getting finished off. Twist towards heaven is the last man standing. I have an idea of where he could be, but it doesn't matter. He's finished off Dennis on the side of the A bomb site. Bomb on the floor. And this is the edge here for the CT side. Koenig gonna go through. Twist still alive on 17 HP.
Ooh. Xantares holding the angle. Gets the headshot. A little bit of overkill at the end there, but Twist was crouching in towards him, so he probably was aiming at the chest anyway. And Big hold on for their second round win. Good work early there from Fnatic to bring it into a winnable position, but then I really like that counter-aggression from Big. Tizian had already cleared some of the close angles in lobby, so Dennis was comfortable moving in towards Hut with the AWP. Then he just catches the man over towards door off guard from a completely different angle. That gives Big the man advantage, and then from there they close it out. Quick aggression, Xantares mowing them down. 3 kills on the hold against the Glocks. Easy stuff for him.
Yeah, well played there by Xantares. Looking for a little bit more as well. You get the ace against the eco. Rolling the last man standing, and that is it from Xantares. All the kills come through. Very cleanly finished as well on the P2K. And that will be another round on the board for Big. We've seen them pick up the first 3 on Overpass. After that, it was relatively smooth sailing for Fnatic. Big have got themselves 3 here. Only lost the pistol, but answer right back. But the gun rounds is where Big needs to challenge early. They cannot allow Fnatic to get that early momentum built up.
Xantares currently with 12 kills on the board. More than the entirety of his team combined at the early stages of Nuke. More than all of Fnatic as well. It is very early though. That ace has definitely helped him out, and Brolan spots the aggression of Tabson. Not often you see teams push outside so early. Tabson gets caught off because of it, but Dennis gets a trade elsewhere, so it's brought into an even numbers position. And we won't see any further aggression just yet. Big holding back, but Tizian is about to be tested by 4 Fnatic players if they want to go through this smoke.
Exist just playing on the edge of it. He'll throw his own smoke further in towards ramp room. Tizian playing on the gap. He just wanted to pick off an early kill. Perhaps fall back into the ramp after that. He will spot info. Unable to pick up a kill, but he will fall back to ramp. As long as he stays alive and delays long enough, his teammates can get in to help him. But Fnatic have slowed the play. They know they've got ramp control. They're waiting for a peek from hell, but it's not going to come through. Instead, Fnatic will start their approach in towards the B bomb site. Smoke will go off for the control room, and Tizian, he's sitting here, but this time he has the help of Dennis, who will tap away onto the first player. It's Brolin hitting the deck. Exist able to step in with a kill on Tizian. And again, it's a 3v3. The smoke covers off the vision of Dennis, but he still lines it up. Exist, the bomb plant's denied, and that's beautiful from Dennis.
Oh, and Dennis finds a quad kill. Such an impressive round from him. The awareness to deny that bomb plant was really impressive. And Twist might get onto the A site here. He's actually got away with the bomb. He's got a wide open A bomb site. 1v3, decides to plant on the safe side of Silo. But with the AWP in hand, this is not an easy clutch, Dinko. Twist is going to have to search for an opening to feel comfortable in this one.
Well, he sits towards Hut. Gonna be searching for that opening kill. Although all of the players coming in from heaven, it's going to be difficult. They all come in from the same angle. There's the kill from Twist. Two of them are already inside of the bomb site, and that Molotov, that forces him away. That might just be job done. I think Twist realizes that as well. Best just see if the AWP. A nice reclaim of the bomb site there from Big Clan.
That's not bad, though, from Twist. Getting the bomb down actually gives Fnatic enough money where they could force up if they really wanted to. Sure, they'll be missing nades, but just getting the rifles is probably worthwhile here. And Fnatic agree. They decide the force buy is in order for round number 6. JW goes down to the Galil to get a few more nades across the team. And Fnatic are looking for the early outside smokes. We saw some aggression here from Big previously. This time, Tabson and Dennis both trying to contend for the outside control, but Brolan has already found the entry. JW gets the timing right. GodB turns his back at just the wrong time, and Fnatic find 2 easy picks into round 6.
That's a great start for Fnatic. You know, finding those opening kills makes things a lot easier in the remaining few minutes of this round. It will be Tabson taking away Crims. Although, Exist has found the answer yet again. Tabson trying to do his best, but Brolan swings out, takes the trade, and Artisan into a 1v3 clutch. There's going to be a massive play from him. They'll be towards the door, they'll cross on over. Twist, he's looking right on the barrel, but the spray coming in from Tizian. He goes to the pre-fire. A shot from Twist missed initially, but able to pick it up on the second time of asking. It's Fnatic onto 2 rounds. They finally get it done there, and it will be big. I don't know, starting to struggle here, Alex, on that economy side of things, but they're going for the force buy.
MP7 for GodB. Was kind of expecting to see some sort of shotgun. The auto shotty quite often comes into play. Honestly, wouldn't be bad for Dennis to pick that up if he just wanted to try and get some extra money to be able to afford that AWP later. If you can get the kills with the shotguns, the $900 kill reward is always nice. The SMG also gives some extra cash, though. The MP9 will go into his hands. We saw Big again try to fight for the yard control, but that really didn't work well for them there. Fnatic were able to counter with the kills, and especially with this weak weaponry, I think we need to see Big just not really fight for that outside control. It's been unsuccessful early. I'd rather see them just maybe hold back in a more standard setup. Just try and get some information towards outside, and then make sure you have players ready to stop the secret push. Let's see if Big agree with me into round number 7. A bit of an awkward buy for them, but it's not awful. They can definitely still win this round.
Well, Twist goes for the early pick. Dennis running in towards him. Tizian there as well, and Twist gets both of them. They will not be allowed into the trophy room. That's where Twist wants to remain. I'll be into a 2-man advantage for Fnatic, all thanks to the AWP of Twist opening that one up. He's looking for another one, and there it is, his 3rd of the round. JW able to get GodB as well, and this buy is not really working for Big. Zenteris will be into the 1v4 clutch, and I think on the cards is definitely the save here for him.
Yeah, he may be the top fragger on the server, but a 1v4 isn't really doable. Solid work from Twist there, though. Like you were saying earlier, more of the sort of stable AWPer. He was trying to go aggressive, I think, but he just reacts really well to the players pushing towards him. Just lands those shots, holding back. Big go running right towards him. You could see the idea from Big was just to try and get some aggression going. Maybe hope that Fnatic aren't there, or hope that you can at least find the trade. But Twist works around those angles really well to deny any opportunities for Big in that round. And after a string of rounds early for Big Clan, they will start to lose out now that we've got into these gun rounds. Fnatic get their 3rd round win on the board. And this time, Dinko, I think it has to be the save for Big. There's just no way around it.
Yeah, there's not really too many options for them in this one. If they decide to force buy, it would be detrimental to them for the next couple of rounds. So they have money left over in the bank. That will be enough moving into the next one to get a buy. So Fnatic, if all things go to plan, Fnatic should be up to 4. And the scoreline should again be even. When we take a look at Nuke, definitely we talk about it being a CT-sided affair. Fnatic getting as many rounds as possible on this T side is incredibly important. And 4 and the start of the game here is a good start. But look at this, Santeras. This M4 has to have impact, and it's gone aggressive. It's got JW. And now Dennis has been able to pick up a rifle because of that. Yes, it's the Galil, but it's still a rifle.
Something else for them to work with, but Fnatic have gained a lot of ground over towards outside. They've almost changed sides here. The T's are over towards CT spawn, and then Big Clan have pushed all the way through lobby. So a slightly strange round in that sense, and Twist gets the reaction he needed. Xantares was hungry for even further action, but he doesn't get the action that he wanted. Twist takes him down. Crims in below should always win this fight. Tizian ends up falling, and at this point, Fnatic will collapse in on the A site. The pistols are in position, but the pistols can only do so much. Fnatic run over this A bomb site, and there's not much left for Dennis to do. Fnatic are about to tie up the scoreline.
With the early scavenged Galil, Dennis might actually just upgrade it. And there it is, the M4A4. It's got utility in a kit off the back of it. This save looks a little bit more tantalizing now as well. They'll find an exit onto Broland. Exist about to swing there as well. They've got Crims coming in from behind. Dennis is just biding his time, hoping this bomb goes off a little sooner so he can get this into the next one. They will have money in the next anyway, but having that extra M4, the kit, the smoke, the flash, can afford you to get a little bit more Kevlar, more utility into the banks, and that would be much, much better for them. And in fact, he will be able to save it on over, it looks like. So Dennis carries on over the M4A4. It'll be 4-4 on the scoreboard. And Fnatic, this is their chance to try and take the lead. Although Big, they'll want to make sure that they can reclaim it, because here comes the buy.
And Dennis has to go for the AWP without armor. Earlier on, he was trying to fight quite aggressively over towards Yard. So if he goes for the same again, he would be susceptible to some of those nades that we've seen from Fnatic. This time, though, Dennis playing much safer over towards outside. Smokes go against him. I don't think Dennis is going to find an angle here. Fnatic have got those smokes on point. They will begin to move down secret. Godby trades out the smoke. Oh, it hits JW, but somehow JW wins that opening fight. Push down secret will be successful, and with the man advantage, Fnatic will try to use that as they move down secret in towards the B side of the map.
Can he pull the advantage back? Yes, but not for long. It's Twist is there for the trade on the AWP. Tabson might just meet the same fate as well, because Twist is still holding the angle. He goes close, and Tabson's barrel, I don't think it's been spotted. There's the shot, so they now know that he's there. Exist to walk around the corner. Tabson will pick up the kill on the Broland. Exist is still there with another trade. It's the problem here for Big is they're locked in towards trophy room. JW is just holding off, and there's going to be the spray. Gets the tap. Next shot to the head of Xantares, but Dennis is there for the trade. 1v2, Fnatic have the bomb site, and Dennis, I think this might be the safe call again here for Big, because Fnatic, they've done a good job of taking the B bomb site, and JW pretty much gets rid of any hopes and dreams they had.
Yeah, JW only had 6 bullets in the AK, so he was just tapping to try and find the headshot. And as soon as he gets the 1 kill, he knows that he's likely done enough. Also just made sure to slow the opponents down. But again, Fnatic find the opening maybe a little too easily. That's been a big part of their success on this T side. They've been pretty good at finding these opening duels ever since we've got into the gun rounds. And again, Big Clan have got a slightly awkward position on their hands. Sure, Dennis saves the AWP, but the rest of the team can't really afford to invest around him. It was a really good start to this game for Xantares, who was up at 12 kills early. He's slowed down slightly. Dennis has been putting up numbers with the AWP, but the rest of the team have been somewhat quiet across the board. And sure, some of them aren't playing positions where they're expected to frag. For example, we've seen Tizian in a couple of rounds just fall back from ramp because he knows he needs to stay alive. He knows he needs to remain in control of the round. But not too many kills on the board for a couple of the Big Clan players. Let's see if that can change here in round 10. Mainly the pistols, but the AWP of Dennis caught in the open, and JW will just stick around to make sure that AWP can't be recovered too easily.
So there's the opening you were talking about, Fnatic. This time against the weaker buy, they should be expected to find it. Although, Big still stand a chance. AWP in the hands of Colby. They've still got 5-7s. The Deagles and Exist is putting pressure onto Tabsin. That'll be the kill. Fnatic up to a 2-man advantage. Make it 3 because Crims dropped Tizian inside of the vent. Xantares and Colby left in a 2v5. At this point, it's all on to Xantares to see what he can get done. Just hiding in behind the corner, Alex. This could be pretty nasty. Xantares is going to walk around. Exist, the bomb plant denied. Xantares is going to get anything more done? Probably not. And in fact, Exist will end him. So it's God B. On to the save again. This AWP, it's like a hot potato, Alex. It's been thrown about, tossed about, but it will be saved, or attempted to be saved here by God B.
Oh, Fnatic have got an idea here. Yeah, they don't want to let this happen. They've got the flashes in hand as well. How many players will commit into CT spawn? We've currently got 2 players ready to push forwards. That smoke will allow them to close the distance as well. They're using everything to deny this, and God B is about to be run down. Surely he can't save here. First shot lands. God B trying to find more shots. Connecting. God in with the second. Brolan, the only man left in position to deny this. Fake flash goes forwards. God B gets the third, so he will be able to save safely. There we go. There's some kills on the board for God B. Sadly, it doesn't have any impact on a round win, though.
Yeah, it's like the battle from Mobileye. God B, just the battle of 300, holding on. Force is running at him, and he just holds them all off. The AWP, it meant a lot to God B. And he carries it all over into this round. Finally, trusting Dennis to carry it into this one. We're on to number 11. Big. They have got the M4 pulled out on Tabsin. The buy will come off across the board, but this time, it has to be a round win for Big. They need to start competing. Stop Fnatic from building up a lot of round wins. Stop them from building up a string of momentum. And if they can manage to do that, Alex, this definitely can be a competitive map. Big have shown they've got the individuals. I think it was just on Overpass, like you said, it was just very frustrating because the playstyle that Fnatic were doing on the CT side pretty much just countered that of Big perfectly. So they couldn't really play their game, they couldn't really get into it. And obviously with the slow start, they couldn't quite finish it. But they were definitely showing some signs of life towards the end of Overpass.
Ooh, Dennis using the storied AWP that got be saved for him, and Crims just goes flying round the corner. He thought he was Superman. Turns out he's definitely not, but the trade is there from Twist. Straight into the 4 versus 4, and the AWP of Dennis is out of the round. So now Fnatic definitely have the range advantage.
Well, Xantares is just going to sit outside the squeaky door. JW just below him, and Xantares will pick up that kill. Man advantage for the CT side. Tizian dropped to 24. Xantares looks over the top. There's another kill on the Exist. Xantares so low on 19 HP. Twist is even lower on 8. Brolin on the SG. It's not looking too likely Fnatic make this happen. So Big, so far, look like they've done enough to stay in the start of this map. Jostling for position, but Twist has come through. Finally, Xantares will hit the deck, and it's India 2v3. Nearly an opportunity there as God B drops from heaven. He will pick up the kill onto Brolan. Oh, it's Twist making his way back in. Flash over the top. Goes through the smoke. A no-scope on God B. What is that from Twist? But Tizian will finish him off. Some strange shots there for Twist. I like the play though. I like the balls just to move through the smoke and go for that.
Getting some COD flashbacks out here.
Yeah, it's like Battalion.
Yeah. Maybe he's been playing a bit of Battalion, carrying
Maybe
it
he
over
has.
into CS.
I seen the NIP team were playing it.
Oh yes. Sorry, JW's got the sword off. I love this.
Well, we'll stop discussing other video games. We're gonna get into this one. JW with the sword off. This is definitely going to be interesting. I want to see what he can get done with it.
He had money, by the way, if he wanted like an AK or something. But you know what? Oh, okay. Well, okay. No, this is why you don't buy the sword.
That's what you get.
Yeah. We are traditionalists here. We only like the AKs. And the SG. We'll allow the SG.
What about the AUG? You like that?
I like it.
I like it as well.
The community does.
I think people are starting to warm up to it. They got used to it a little bit. Well, Brolin is going to be here. Oh, nice shot from Dennis. I thought Brolin would have had that one, but nope. Dennis extends upon the advantage they had for Big. And he's looking for a little bit more here as Fnatic start to put pressure up towards him. Fnatic are on the back foot here. It's their time to try and make the play.
Again, the outside control is there for the Swedes, but they're losing some of these opening fights. I really think that's been the main predictor of who wins these rounds. Big gets a clean man or two-man advantage. Normally they are set to go on to win the round. Dennis comes in with another kill and somehow gets out alive. Nice shot from Crims, but he takes a dink in the process. And when you're in the 2v4, you don't want to be going down that low on health. Only 25 seconds left. The bomb is so far behind as well. I don't think Fnatic could even win this round if they tried. Crims is probably just going to save. And Big are starting to grind out these rounds. If they can get 9 rounds on the board on their CT side, I'd say that would be acceptable. Crims needs to make sure he doesn't die after time here. Gets the shot. 4 bullets left in the AK, but I think he will be safe, especially now that Gob has mollied himself off.
Well,
like I was saying, though, I think 9 rounds is what Big need, right? If they get 9 rounds, they're definitely in this.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously just leading coming in isn't really enough if you get 8. Yeah, you're still leading at half, but we've kind of talked about how Nuke is a CT side of the affair and you want to see as many runs as possible picked up there. But this is the chance for Big to get those 9 runs, like you're saying. It is the best case scenario for them at this point. And Fnatic, you're going to leave money for the buy in the next one. So Big coming into this one with their full buy, the purchase, the AWP on Dennis. The AUGs in play on pretty much every player apart from Xanterras. And of course Dennis for the AWP. I like the AUGs, Alex. We'll see if they can work here on Nuke. Definitely a map that they're useful on. A lot of sort of long-range angles you can hold it with, especially towards outside. We see them be quite devastating towards outside sometimes. I think in particular, a team that are very good at sort of shutting down outside with the AUGs are Vitality. Zywoo plays towards this position, but it is going to be Tabston taking the kill onto Crims. That'll be the 1 AK out of play for Fnatic instantly.
And the rest of the Swedes will move forwards. Tizian hasn't been tested too often in this position, and again, he's happy not finding a frag. He's happy to just fall back. Fnatic continue to move forwards, Dennis taking the brunt of the damage, but Big remain in reasonable control here. They've only lost the ramp room, they've got players ready on the B site. Xantares with a solid spray down, Tizian chimes in with one of his own. JW is attempting to do whatever he can, but I doubt he'll do much. Oh, somehow gets that kill. Nice shot on the first, but eventually Big will close this out. There's no way JW wins this. At least gets an organ to his hands. Trying to see if he can... Wow, gets another kill. Xantares not looking the right way. Deeg out for JW, but finally, Tizian puts him down. Took quite a lot of damage in the process, though. JW came surprisingly close there to doing some good damage.
Yeah, especially being so low himself and just with a deagle, you don't really expect too much to happen. You think for him to be dead and buried very quickly, but nope. JW, he always makes something of it, and it will be 7-6 here. We get to see if Big can get their 8th round, at least win the half. And coming into this one, Fnatic have got a bye. We've kind of discussed how Fnatic have a very strong CT side on this map as well. So things are not going to get any easier for Big, so they'll need to get as many rounds as possible here on their CT side.
Yeah, if you want to look at stats in terms of top 30 teams, A 9-6 half on the CT side has on average led to a victory on the map only 40% of the time. So that shows that this map is really quite CT-sided. Even with a 9-6 half, at least previously, teams have not always been able to close it out on the CT side of Nuke. Damage being done, but tabseN takes the opening. The nade blows up the door, gives him the angle to work with. And again, Big have been so much better in these last few rounds at finding that opening without too many difficulties. Fnatic tried to make a solo play, and it ends up going against them as tabseN has moved all the way into lobby. Good information here.
Good information and good control as well. Fnatic will start to send their players towards Secret, and actually that's a kill from tabseN. Twist walks right into lobby, and tabseN having the control of that is able to get a kill. So Fnatic being halted at the minute. Just trying to challenge up towards Heavens, and Terra spraying through the smoke. Key players still here for Fnatic. I'll have to try and make this happen. It should be the ladder. Oh, there we go. Audible for Brolin. He'll hear that and turn around. The kill comes in. That'll be the man advantage only for Big Clan. Just the one. Crims looks to try and pull it back, and he will, Alex. It's back into a 3v3. 15 seconds, though. That's the big problem. They've got to sprint towards this B-bomb site.
There it is. Dennis with the first, looking for the follow-up. There's no time. There's simply no time. The bomb plant way too late. Kills come through. godB fights at the end and makes sure that Fnatic cannot win the round. It came a little close at the end there, but Big always have the trades lined up. They will take an 8th round on the board, and that 9-6 half is looking likely at this point. Fnatic have to go for the low buy, and again, Fnatic are giving away these entries quite easily in some of these one-on-one duels. Big Clan have been coming out on top quite often, so I wouldn't mind if Fnatic just grouped up at the start of this round with the pistols and just tried to see if they could maybe push together just so that they don't lose that opening, because that's been a really big problem for them.
You had said they'd probably need 9 to be able to compete here, Big. Well, you'd say, looking at the buy they've got, that this should be favored to do so. Fnatic's is not exactly optimal, but it's not bad. Definitely has a lot of potency. Like to see a little bit more presence of an AK with it. Would probably bolster it a little bit more, but obviously they've gone for the full utility. They'll see what they can do. He's just sitting here on the ramp, biding his time as Tizian. Slightly over a minute to play with here for Fnatic. What have they got up their sleeve? They're going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat.
Plenty of nades for Fnatic to work with as well, but Xantares gets the early info. That's the bomb dropped. Smoke not really there to cut him off, but the molly certainly will. They can hold this angle. Xantares stuck in the flames, traded out, and Fnatic will go back over towards Dennis's position. The AWP lands the first shot, and he will fall back.
Yeah, good Molotov as well. That'll give him extra time to fall back inside of the site where he gets another. Exist will hit the floor. Finally, he's dealt with by Crims. 30 seconds on the clock, but Tizian will get both. Crims and JW, they fall in tandem, and it'll be a 9-6 half for Big. They get the 9 runs they needed, the best case scenario of what was left. And coming into this one, we've talked about how Fnatic CT side is strong. If they win the pistol, Alex, they could very, very easily sort of even that scoreline. So Big, this pistol's important for them if they want to extend this lead. Currently a map down in the best of 3.
And looking at the scoreboard, obviously Xantares' stats are slightly inflated by that anti-eco ace, but he's still having a great game. And then Dennis has been really impressing with the AWP. Even though he's been struggling in the opening duels, he's been having impact throughout. Either way, we need to focus on this second half pistol round. Big Clan clearly have something in mind. I'm so excited to see what they've got on the T side of Nuke. 2 sets of nades brought into this round. Smoke early from godB allows them to move forwards. Flashbang to follow, and they will close the distance. JW spotted in the smoke, and there's the opening. godB gives his team the early advantage.
Well, Big, they might just get another chance here. tabseN fighting towards Heaven, but Brolan, he'll pull it back for Fnatic into the 4v4. Flashbang goes in. Tizian able to pick up Brolan. There's a man advantage still with Big. Fnatic They're still not out of it. Taking the fight. That might just be one of the final nails, though, in the coffin as Crims and Exist. You're going to have to find a way to step back into this. And Zentera is displaying grit skill on the P250. It leaves Exist into the 1 versus 3. It's actually the 1v4 to start with, but he's got the first kill. The bomb gets planted inside of the B-bomb site. Exist does have a kit. No Kevlar. And 3 players to find, Alex. I don't think his chances are too high here.
You wouldn't expect so. He has to either break the window or open the door, so they will spot him out. Information there. Godby was in on the site, out in the open, so it's not too bad that he goes down. These last 2 players have got the crossfire lined up. Exist spotted. He's just out in the open, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And Tizian, despite being so low on health, closes it out with a triple kill. Really good work from him in that round, just finding frag after frag, winning out in those individual fights. And I almost don't think that round exactly went to plan for Big. I think they just kind of reacted to the fights that they were taking. They just reacted with all of the kills going their way. Look at this buy from Big, though. No AKs, no premium rifles, and they're against the Force. So this could be a little dangerous depending on how Fnatic can perform with all of their investment into round 17.
Yeah, that's always the problem, right? If you win the pistol, you still got most of the time, you've still got a Force buy coming at you. So Fnatic have got this. They've got the pistol to seize that of FAMAS, but Goldbeat nearly picks up the early kill. Hasn't quite got that opportunity yet. And JW hides in the corner, but Dennis, he was always going to check that. JW's been finished off. I like the attempt to hide, though, Alex.
Just got double teamed, really.
Yeah, he just got pushed from both sides. There was no way he was getting away with that, I'm afraid. But the attempt comes through. Twist sitting on the ramp. The scout in play. We've got the crossfire here with the player already inside the bomb site. What a shot from Twist. Right through the smoke. Gets the headshot onto Tabson. And it'll be into a 4v4.
Yeah, moves forwards through the smoke. Had to get the headshot. Connects with the kill. Kills keep on coming. It's Fnatic finding all the frags between them. And Brolan wins the round with 3 kills in on the Behold. That's the problem I pointed out. I was worried that there wasn't enough to work with for Big in the round. They end up losing quite convincingly there in the follow-up. And that's a massive problem for Big. It looks like they were going to be able to get a reasonable lead on the board. Instead, it's Fnatic who have the opportunity to rebound right back into this game. And that could be a round that Big look back on as a really decisive one on this map.
Well, Twist, he's got Tabson. Reply there from Dennis. It's time for Big to do onto Fnatic what they did onto them. The utility will be used towards outside. And I don't blame you if you're confused by my recent step-ins. It almost confused me as well, like. But it makes sense.
Just gotta think about it. Use your brain.
Well, JW. This will be a kill on the Galil. He'll take away Dennis. Nizenteras looks to come on in with the AUG as well. JW will just hide. He'll actually come back into the position he was previously playing. Zenteras is waiting for him to walk around the other side, but he won't. Man advantage here for Fnatic, but Big, they still have a good chance here. JW needs to get the kill. If Zenteras finds this onto him, there's a solid chance Big can make this happen. But Zenteras, he's going to look back. He'll get the kill on the JW, and it's into a 3v3.
Galil into the hands of Tizian. 2 smokes down. They only have to worry about the door, and that gets smoked off as well. This bomb plant surely comes down. Nothing Fnatic can do to stop this, and the retake attempt will be slowed down significantly by all these smokes. That could be a problem, but Exist forces the first fight, and Twist in from behind gets one of his own. It's all on Tizian behind the silo, trying to play around the angle, but the dink is not enough. Crims claims the final kill of the round, and nicely done there by Fnatic in on the retake. They all get 1 kill each to win the round.
I really thought there when Zenteras had got that kill towards ramp, there was a real chance out for Big, but they couldn't quite get it done. Fnatic able to sweep it up, and this is the chance for them to start to build up a few rounds in a row on the CT side. We kind of talked about this coming, and we knew Fnatic are obviously a very solid team on this. There's a reason they pick it, Alex. And it's starting to look like Big They start to struggle a little bit more here on the T side, although we have to talk about the sort of potential, the mastermind that is GoldB that can lead this team on Nuke on their T side. I'm looking forward to seeing if they have anything up their sleeve when it comes to the gun runs, but this is not one of them. This is a Hail Mary play in towards the B bomb site from Tizian. He tries to go for the plant, but Brolin catches him. And so it will be the man advantage here for Fnatic. Twist able to follow up on that as well. It's over.
All the orgs. Yeah. Really nice work between them. Good awareness and good timing from Brolan as well to get to that B site just in time to deny the bomb plant. Xantares has got some good aim, so this Deagle is always somewhat scary, but I doubt there will be any chance here in the round. He's just looking to see if there are any kills available to him. Oh, there's one. Nice shot on towards Twist. Takes the first fight into his favor. Again, the bomb is not in his possession. Xantares continues forwards. Oh, wow, there's the follow-up frag. A little bit more damage done, but eventually Fnatic will be able to close out the round. I think Fnatic lost one of those Orgs at the end there. JW saves the Galil instead of the Org, so a slightly weaker rifle saved into round 20. They lose one of the Orgs. They have to reinvest a little bit more, but it's not going to make a massive difference. Big remain in the lead, but only by 1 round. And on the T side of Nuke, that is never a comfortable position to be in. Smoke from GoldB. Big will look to move towards outside. GoldB goes through the smoke, but Crims times this to perfection. Dennis trying to fall back, but he gets caught off guard. Counter Molotov from Twist slows things down. Tizian looking over the top of the box, and there's a massive gap in that smoke. JW will wait patiently. I don't think Big are going to be moving forwards so soon, though. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. Smoke goes down from Tabson. Big looking to overcome this man disadvantage. Twist is still in towards outside. That nade lands right on towards him, and Tabson closes the distance. JW not watching the angle for his teammate. Crims has got such a tight angle to work with, but the bomb gets dropped. Molotov goes forwards. JW waiting round the box. They had no clue he was sitting there for so long. Big just assumed they would be safe, but JW eventually springs into action. And again, Xantares is left in such a tough clutch. Nothing for him to do. Fnatic tie up the scoreline. And this is starting to look like Fnatic are in control heading into their CT side. They've won the last 4 rounds in a row. And Big have to go for yet another week bye. This is not looking good for the mostly German side right now.
Well, Fnatic, they have still got the solid buy across the board. Big, a little bit of a half buy here. They'll bring what they can to the table. 2 CZs is Tabson. The rest of the Big starting to come in towards JW, just hiding behind the box. He plays that one perfectly, picking up the early kill, and the second coming in as well. Exist has for Tizian, and now Dennis and GoldB. Well, they'll probably meet the same fate here as GoldB is left into the 1v4 clutch with just a P250 in behind the vent. Crims will finish him. 11 to 10, Fnatic will take the lead. And finally, we'll get another buy-in from Big here. This kind of feels like one of their first solid buy runs coming into the second half. And so Fnatic, well, this will be their first challenge, really. The hurdle they're going to have to jump over.
I'm slightly surprised that we don't see an AWP go over to Dennis, considering how well he was playing earlier. On that CT side, he was doing a lot of damage with the sniper in play. Xantares is lining up a smoke all the way back from spawn. I think that's one of the outside smokes that we haven't seen much of from Big. This time they will try to move forwards. GoldB the only player there, though. Xantares' smoke will go down. GoldB has got one of his own, but this is all a bit of a ruse. Big trying to sell the presence towards outside when they are actually focusing elsewhere, and GoldB goes through the smoke. I wonder if they planned that one so that he could go through, because it was in a slightly different position. He picks up the opening with an insane shot, and Tabson in with the follow-up. Fnatic falling apart over towards Yard.
Oh no, Brolin has no idea there's players coming in from radio, and he will end up falling. It's Crims and Exist into the 2 versus 5. Big, this looks good. They haven't lost a single player. Fnatic haven't been able to trade. And so Big, just making sure that all the mistakes are limited, the bomb can get planted, and they want to make sure they've got 11 in the back pocket. Crimson exists, probably just thinking about saving these weapons, and they'll slowly start to make their way back towards T-spawn. They'll hide behind the wall and attempt to carry the AUG and the AK-47 into the next round, because Big have done enough to get 11. And this is becoming a very close affair indeed, Alex. If there's any thoughts of whether or not Big are going to be able to compete on the second half, well, there it is. They've been answered. Big definitely will here.
Ooh, Tabson slowly drops down, up into his hands. And yes, it is going to be a round win for Big, finally finding some success. God B was running all the way into the spawn there to try to get those exit kills, but will not be able to do so. All tied up between these two teams. Again, this has come pretty close here in the second half, and Big will take a timeout ahead of round 23. A really important round in the context of this game. Fnatic are investing heavily into this one, and this time we have an AWP on both teams. Both Twist and Dennis have been performing really well here on Nuke. The question is, who will get the better of the AWP battle into round 23? Or will we even see the AWP battle come into play? They may just go for picks on opposite sides of the map. Timeout expires. God B, I'm sure, has called whatever the hell he wants into round 23. They've got all the nades at their disposal. Dennis will buy a few more nades at the end there. I was wondering if he was just going to save some money so that he could make sure he could always have the AWP. He decides to buy the full set of utility, and here is the opening attempt from Dennis. Oh, Tabson! So much damage done there. JW is down to 36 points of health. Really nice lineup from Tabson at the start of the round. A good bit of damage done, but we're not going to see any significant fights early into this one. No picks either way until Brolan reacts first onto Dennis. That AWP I was talking about will not be having any impact in this round.
Well, JW's just walked through lobby. This could be a big play. Molotov from Tabson's going to go on in. You need to be aware that JW has pushed through, but at this point, Big going for an execute. JW's in such a strange position. Surely they don't even expect this. JW's just got to sit here. Tabson's going to come on in. JW picks up the kill. Now they have the info that JW is playing from there, but already the damage has been done, and Fnatic have got the man advantage doubled. Xantera's got B and Tizzy, and they've got to find a way back into this. And with Crims just hiding on the other end of the smoke, he might end up just picking up this kill. Tizian? Is this going to be playing the edge of the smoke here? They want to make sure that JW is gone. They don't want to meet the same fate. He has left, don't worry, but there he is. Finally will give away his position. Utility being thrown down. Quim's able to pick up God B, but Exist is there in reply. The pick of Xantera's. He's going to find more than one here. Maybe a headshot onto Crims. Into the 1v5. He has got two already. Coming back and towards the bomb site. Exist just playing the time, hiding in the back. Knew there wasn't really too much time for Xantera's to pull it off. And it'll be 12-11 Fnatic. Only 4 rounds away now from taking this series 2-0.
Yeah, Xantares individually has been having such a good game. 29 kills on the board. He's been really successful in those opening fights as well. He's won 5 opening duels and only been the first man to die 1 time. He's had 7 rounds where he's had multi-kills, 91% on the KAST. These are all great stats, but the stat that matters is the scoreline, and Fnatic are in the lead. 12-11 on their CT side. Roland spamming away with the SG. Seems pretty happy that he's got this in his hands on the CT side. Used it well in the last round to win the fight against the AWP of Dennis. This time it's only rifles in play, and again, same angle from Tabson does the damage. Prim's down to 44 points of health. We saw in that previous round, I think Big Clan were trying to fake over towards outside and go back towards lobby, but the aggression from JW was a problem, and Brolan happy to hold the angle with the SG. Again, pretty similar to the previous round. He gives his team the early lead, and in comes the follow-up. Easy pickings for Brolan on the hold.
Fnatic yet again. The two-man advantage is there as tabseN, Gold B, and Tizian. Not a whole lot of chances here as Twist will find another. Gold B will not be allowed passage in towards the B bomb site. And so with 45 seconds left, tabseN in towards Hut. Just starting to play through with Tizian just on the other end of the squeaky door. You desperately want to find some way into your bomb site, but the problem is Exist is on the Hut roof. Crims has taken away tabseN. And that'll be it. 13-11. Fnatic starting to really ramp up the pace now, Alex. Is starting to feel like they are in the driver's seat, and they're going very quickly towards that finish line.
I was wondering if Big would force up. I think, realistically, they have to go for this one. The buy isn't too bad. A couple of MAC-10s in the mix. Again, though, Fnatic have been pretty good at finding those opening kills without Big being able to even attempt those trade frags. We've seen a couple of rounds now. Brolan has been able to hold over towards his position, over towards ramp. So I doubt Big will want to go there again. Couple of smokes deployed towards yard. JW sitting in a very safe position. Twist will be able to watch those smokes with his AWP. Plenty of nades left for Big. Smoke goes into A, and this is going to be a fast play. The MAC-10s will try to get up close, try to run and gun. Man on the site is in trouble. Tizian jumping onto the site with the MAC-10. Twist tries to rotate over, but Crims is still alive. They don't know where he is. He goes down. I don't know why he's moving forwards, but it costs him his life. However, the rotate is here from Fnatic. Brolan in position. Bomb plant will go down, but the kill comes in, and it's only the MAC-10s alive.
Yeah, two MAC-10s left to try and pull this off. One of them is gone. It's all on Tizian. 3 different angles, 3 different players, and Brolan's the man to get it. It will be the defuse coming through, and Fnatic will reach 14. So unfortunate there for Big. You really start to think they have a chance towards the end of that. They get the bomb plant, the retake's coming through, but then Fnatic come in, they swipe it up, and there will be only 2 rounds now, Alex, that they need to take this over that line. Big Clan, they're going to be purchasing into this one. The AK-47s are available to them. The utility is there as well. They have to step up here, and now there's no other option for them.
And this is the round where we need to see success from Big. Again, reminder that this is the upper bracket of the EU Minor closed qualifier. So the winner goes straight to the minor. The loser gets another chance in a game later. So if you are a Big fan, you don't have to be too stressed, but it's still not looking great for them here. Fnatic have dominated the CT side of Nuke. Only 2 rounds on the board for Big, including that pistol round. So the gun rounds have really gone against them. And again, JW peeking forwards. Oh, no, they line up, but he will not get the frag. God B survives on literally 1 point of health.
Was Santeros like a bloody block, body block for Gold B saves him? Oh, that is pretty nuts. Gold B survives barely on 1 HP. And that's so unfortunate. You play that 10 times over if JW gets both of them, surely, but that is very well played there for Santeros to react quick enough.
Oh, God. Get away from the molly.
Yeah, don't go near any Molotovs, Gold B. You're not a fragile parcel. Well, tabseN, he does have the added bonus of having 100 HP, so we can walk through a Molotov a little bit, and that will result in a kill onto Exist, but Brolan, oh my god, Brolan gets the double kill. They had no idea it was here, and the advantage is there for Fnatic. This could be map point. He's looking for another one, and Brolan's got the quad kill. Surely he has, and there it is. Santeros hits the deck. It's 15-11, and Fnatic are looking strong.
Brolan's been such a beast in this series. I love seeing the SG as well. He just scopes in before the kills, gets the headshots, makes it work. He's had that SG for so many rounds on this CT side, and he just keeps on putting in a shift with that weapon. It's so cool to see Brolan at such a young age do so much work for Fnatic. It really feels like he could be on this lineup for a long, long time, and I could see him going even higher than this. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like this year especially, he started to look even better. You know, he had the potential coming into Fnatic at the start. You sometimes wouldn't really hit the numbers you'd expect of him. But in 2019, he's been on fire. It's tabseN taking 1 kill, Twist answering back, and it's into a 4v4, Alex.
AW again attempting that aggression towards outside, unsuccessful in a second round in a row, but thankfully Twist is there to cover his teammate. Trade frag found, and tabseN has been taken down to 11 points of health. Because of that, he looks to lead the lines, maybe just looking to get some information for his teammates. Nades are successful. tabseN has got to be careful, as has Dennis. He nearly takes damage there. Boost over for tabseN. He's low on health. He's trying to find this one. Spray unsuccessful, but at least tabseN survives a little bit longer.
Santeros nearly dodged the Molotov in there. Well, was close to walking through it. Molotov came in. He got away. tabseN's so low. He will start to make his way through. Fnatic, they just need to hold this off for a little bit longer as they start to come on in. It screams for the first headshot. Santeros falls. Dizian is going to take it away, but Exist has gone unchecked, and he will come in with a triple kill to finish it. 16-11 here on Nuke for Fnatic. They take the series 2-0 over a big clan, and they will move forward.
Beautiful bait and switch at the end there. They didn't expect Exist to also be back in that corner. He comes in with 3 kills. They completely overlook his position, and Fnatic will be taking this series. Such a well-played series from them. Really impressive stuff. I'm glad